Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you guys about makeup products that are not essential. Makeup products that, or routines, you know, things to do when you do your makeup. Things that are overhyped, that are not necessary, that normal people who work normal jobs and live normal lives do not need to use, but when you come on YouTube, you're bombarded with this is the way to do your makeup. This is the way to use this product. And it can be very overwhelming, intimidating, and just downright impossible for a lot of people who just live a normal life. And a lot of people are caking on makeup that is not necessary to use. So I wanted to talk to you guys about products that I think are completely unnecessary. And no, I'm a hypocrite to this, you guys, because I do and use the same thing, but I am aware of the fact that it's unnecessary. So I want to share that with you guys because I know that a lot of people can just feel so down about themselves because of the amount of products that people use on YouTube, and you think that you have to keep up with them, that that's the trend, that that's how to be beautiful, and it's not. It's not. So if you're interested in seeing what I believe is just overhyped or overused or just blown up or not necessary, then just sit tight and we'll get right into it. Alright, so the first thing that I think that just isn't necessary for day-to-day normal people are bronzers and contouring, you guys. These things are not necessary. The only reason when contouring becomes necessary is if you want to change the shape of your face, if you want to change the way that your face looks, if you want to deepen where there should be shadows, if you have an oval face and you want more of a cheekbone kind of look, if you want to change the shape of your nose, you know, and these are things that take a long while to do and to learn, and for every day it's just unnecessary. These are something, contouring and bronzing powders are something that I had no idea about until I started YouTube. So this is not stuff that I used in my everyday life. And with bronzers, you use these products to warm up your face, to give yourself a like tan glow, and that is something that you can do quite quickly. So I like bronzers a little bit more than contour powder. But you guys, it's unnecessary. It's really only necessary to do if your face does not match the color of your body, or if the foundation you're using doesn't match the color of your body. Otherwise, you're just doing an extra step that is unnecessary and not needed. You know, it's very easy to watch Get Ready With Me's and tutorials and think that you have to follow step by step by step, and that's how to achieve such a perfect look. No, that's that individual YouTubers, that's their routine. That's what they do to achieve the look on their face. It does not mean that you have to do the same thing. And I think that contour powders and, you know, bronzing powders are just really unnecessary for a lot of day-to-day people. You know, it's an extra step that you really just don't have to do. And yes, I do it. Now the next one is something that pains me to say it, but liquid lipsticks. This is all the rage and has been. It's probably, besides highlighters, it's probably one of the longest trends that has been out that I've seen since I've been on YouTube. These are not necessary. You don't need to use liquid lipsticks and only liquid lipsticks. It seems like that's all people are using anymore. It's the trend. You have to have lipsticks or liquid lipsticks, and you guys, all you do is dry out your lips. They're not really healthy for your lips. I absolutely love them. I love them, and the reason why is because I'm constantly drinking something. I vape, you know, before I smoked cigarettes. I constantly was like, my lip was just wearing off and it was irritating, so I found, you know, solace in liquid lipsticks because they stayed on no matter what. But the longer that I use them, the more that I am hating them because they dry out my lips. My lips have never been as chapped as they are since using them. They are a pain in the ass to work with and can be very hard to use or very hard to get off. And then you're pulling at your lips and rubbing them, and it's just an irritant, you guys. So these are not necessary for everyday life. You just need a normal lipstick. A normal lipstick. Now the next one, I'm actually, you know, all these I'm bitching about I'm probably using today, you guys, so don't get mad, okay? I'm just being honest. Eyelashes. Wearing them today. You guys, the only reason why I wear eyelashes is one, because YouTube tells me I must, and 2, because when I film, you can't see my eyelashes. You know, like, I have to do a lot of dramatic makeup, and I do it when I'm filming because of the fact the light washes everything out. So I have to do everything 10 times more intense than I would actually normally do. So with eyelashes, you can't see anything in the camera unless you're wearing dramatic eyelashes. It's very hard to do so. There are YouTubers who don't wear eyelashes though, and kudos to them, you know, but these are not necessary. You can do a full face if you want and not wear eyelashes. It's okay. These are hard to figure out. The glue is dangerous. They're a pain in the ass, and they can rip out your actual eyelashes and make the problem worse. So these are not necessary. They're not necessary, you guys. They're not, unless you're going to a very special event or you film. They're really not necessary. The next thing, makeup palettes galore. You guys, you don't need it. You don't need to do this. You don't need to have 1,000,001 palettes, and I'm yelling because I'm talking to myself here. How many of you, raise your hand, how many of you have basically gone broke trying to get the next hyped up palette, the newest palette to come out? It's reviewed so good, I must have it, even though you have every shade and different palettes. You guys, really all you need is a palette like this. And it doesn't have to be a high-end palette, just a palette that has a bunch of different shades in it, and you're good to go. Get one for warm, get one for cool. You have everything you need basically until you stop wearing makeup in your life. Now this next thing, I kind of feel like I'm going to get like torches and pitchforks and stuff. People are going to come after me for saying, but highlighters. It's not so much the product as it is the trend of the product that is not necessary. You guys, you don't have to be glowing to the moon. You don't have to blind NASA. You don't have to take out aliens when it comes to highlighting. It's fun. It looks cool, you know, and we love our highlighters. I love my highlighters. But the trend that you have to literally drench your body in said highlighters, and that you have to be on this constant search for the most, like, just in your eyeball freaking highlighter is bullshit. It's bullshit. You look weird, okay? When you're out in normal, you know, the real world here, people, you look weird when you have highlighter all over your face and you go into the store. People who don't watch YouTube, who know nothing about the beauty community, about makeup, they're looking at you like, she needs to go to beauty school and learn how to put makeup on, because it doesn't look good. You have to know the way to melt it into your skin. You have to know the high points of your face. It's different for everybody. The amount that you can get away with using is different for everybody. You don't have to be like crazy covered in highlighter, you guys. You don't. It's overdoing it. It's too much. And I hate it. I do. And I say I hate it, but I really love it. I honestly think that a soft and gentle glow to the skin looks so much better than the turning your cheek and seeing a strip of highlighter. Unless you're Amrezi, or however you say her name, Amrezi or something like that, unless you're her, no. That girl does magic with highlighters, but come on. Now the next one, full coverage foundations. This is something that I do as a preference. Some people do need these, but I see so many girls, especially YouTubers, who have flawless skin using full coverage foundations. You don't need to do that. When you have good skin, let it breathe. You don't need to put a thick ass freaking foundation on and then put all of this powder on top of it and suffocate your face. That's not good for you. It's causing breakouts, and it's aging you more than you need to be. Like, it's just so unnecessary. But full coverage, hunting down the most full coverage best foundation is a huge routine here on YouTube that gets, you know, taken on by subscribers, and they think that they need a full caked on face in order to be beautiful. Now, I like full coverage just because I have freckles that I try to get rid of. You guys, I've never liked my freckles. So I like full coverage foundations for that fact, and, you know, the huge under eye bags that I have. but it's not necessary. And I'm starting to realize that, and I'm starting to like letting my skin breathe a little bit more. You know, it's all about confidence in yourself, and this just makes it worse, even though this is an amazing foundation. Like, I'm such a hypocrite in this video, but it's the truth. The next thing is probably something that irritates me the most, you guys, and that is baking your face in loose powders. Don't do it. I don't know how this became a trend, but I know that it's not a good trend. Baking your face dries out your face and ages you so fast. The point of using makeup, at least in my opinion, you guys, is using as little as possible to achieve the most possible. And this is just such an unnecessary step to take. I know that it makes your skin soft. I know that it locks everything in. But if you use the right powder for your skin, you don't need to do that. It just dries out your face. And as someone who's oily skin, I'm always looking for a dry face, but not so dry that I'm going to age 10 years and be dependent on this when I shouldn't be. It's just unnecessary. I think it's a horrible trend that's going on. There are a lot of people who are incredibly against it. A lot of makeup artists who are against it. It's not good for your skin. It's just a very hyped up trend and routine right now, and it's unnecessary. And the last thing is eyeshadow primer, you guys. This is just an unnecessary thing. Now, face primers I think are very essential because they can be unique for your unique face problems, like your pores or redness or uneven skin tone, things like that. So I think face primers can be very essential for people no matter what you do in your life. But eyeshadow primers are just something that I think are not necessary. You can use concealer and set it with an eyeshadow and you're going to have the same effect as using an eye primer. And this is something that I picked up being on YouTube doing. But when I'm not doing my makeup for YouTube or filming, you guys, I don't use this. And I don't see any difference between the wear time of my shadows. So this isn't so much of a trend that needs to stop or something like that. But this is just an unnecessary step, unnecessary money spent. It's just something that you don't really need, because you have concealer on you anyway and it works just as good. So that's kind of like the routines or products that I just, in my opinion, feel like are not necessary for people who live day-to-day normal lives, are not necessary, or even things that people who don't know anything about YouTube or the beauty community even do or think about doing. This is just my opinion, you guys, and I do all of these things. All of them. Okay, so I am a hypocrite, but it's the honest truth. You don't need to do these things. A lot of people come on YouTube, they watch YouTubers in the beauty community, and they think that they have to have all these products and they have to do it the way that that YouTuber's doing it. And you don't. You're spending way too much money and putting way too much product on your face that you don't need, and I don't think a lot of people realize that it ages you more. So if I missed any, or you guys have any tips or things that you think are wrong or you shouldn't be doing that, or that are unnecessary, leave them in the comments and let me know what you think about this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.